Caldwell 1 Minute Out. I want to talk to you about lights for your pistol, whether that's handheld, maybe a weapon mounted, whatever it may be. But my 21 years in special operations, conducted a lot of operations, mostly all at night. And I'll tell you, ideally we'd like to have a gun light, something that's attached to our pistol where it's easy to, it's on there, we don't have to worry about it. And I can illuminate and shoot any targets with that gun light. But there's gonna be times and situations and times that I carry in my everyday carry where I don't have my pistol with a gun light on it because it just is too bulky, or I don't have, the right setup for it, or I just don't want to run it. So how do we work around that? How do we get by when we may need a light and we still have just our pistol without an attached gun light? So I've got a couple different options here that I'll talk about. One of them, everybody knows, Surefire light. So Surefire makes a plethora of different lights that you can use in handheld configurations. Simple button on the back is going to power the light on and off. This one's their new Vampire head, so it has, an off, it's got white, and it has IR. It'll do those capabilities. And it works great. Very powerful lumens, and it can be a great situation, situational light for you in many different applications. Other lights that are out there, Streamlight makes an array of different lights. This one's very similar, push button, a little bit smaller. This is one that I actually carry quite a bit on me when I'm, in my everyday carry. This one's made by Streamlight. It's kind of a USB, so you pull out and it will charge right here. Just easy to use, little push button, but it's nice and compact. I mean, it's not much bigger than, a pen that you may have in your pocket, but I'm able to take this and just sort of clip it into my pocket, and I can carry it wherever I go. So, whether I'm just at the movie theater or, I'm out at night, you never know when you might need a little bit of light, and that can come in handy. Now, as far as what do I do with my pistol when I need to utilize some light and I've got to hold my pistol? There's a ton of different ways that you can do this. The main thing, like I say, with all of my training is find a way that works for you and practice it on the range and practice some other methods, because something may happen and you can't use your ideal position, right? So some of them that we'll talk about here and I'll show you. One of them, for me, the most ideal is to be able to have still as much of my normal grip on the pistol as I can. So for me, that's, call it freestyle, but that's, both hands are on the pistol. I've got maximum grip on it and everything. And you can see all I have to do is, I turn my light on, and then I will just hold the light in between my fingers. I can still get my perfect grip, and I can push my pistol out on target, and I'm able to still aim the light off in that direction and illuminate it. So for me, this is the ideal, is just, get that light in between your fingers, find out which fingers you need to use, what works best for you, and get that pistol out there so I still have a great grip. Another one that I've seen people do is they'll turn their light on and then they'll kind of put it underneath and they'll brace this hand on top. Does it work? Sure, it works. But, for me, again, that's the same as me just shooting, strong hand only. Do I really want to do that? Not if I don't have to, right? I want to have both hands on the pistol, as much as I can whenever I can. So, this is another method here, just being able to do that and sort of rest. I've seen guys even totally offhand, and this is an old school FBI deal that they teach where you have your light up above your head. So a bigger, brighter light, I've got it up here, and I'm able to shoot this way. And the whole philosophy behind that one is, and yes, guys do shoot at the lights. I've seen it in combat. But having the light over here supposedly gives them this target to shoot over here, and then you can shoot this way. The way I look at it is, if you practice enough, you're on the range and you're good from your draw and you can get that pistol out there quickly, get your light on and get on target, then you can get on target faster and get those rounds down range and suppress that guy before he's even getting rounds on you and you're worried about doing this. Because to me, having one hand way out here and then again, only shooting strong hand, that's not the ideal position, right? I want to have both hands on the gun at all times. So some method of holding that light, whatever it may be, in your hands, right? Getting that pistol out there, but keeping your normal grip that you would love to have, all right? We want that 90% solution, so getting that out here is gonna be the best for me. So again, get out there on the range, mess around with some different hand holds, whatever it may be, off to the side here, underneath over here, up here, mess around with all the different methods and different ways that you can come up with. Sky's the limit. Maybe there's a way that you can hold it into this hand and still hold your pistol, Just experiment when you're on the range. Those are the times to do it. Practice out there, practice, find what works best for you. Find an alternate that works all right for you also, just so you have a backup plan, because We all know Murphy's out there, and everything's not gonna go in our favor every single time. But as long as you get out there on the range, practice, shoot as much as you can, then you'll be ready when those situations pop up. You're ready to deal with anything that's gonna be thrown at you.